Hello and welcome back to Let's Play The Lord of Nothing with me, Bregaton. Before we proceed, I do want to swap back to my Cold Iron Masterwork Battle Axe. You'll see that my attack bonus goes up by 2. I had forgotten that I took both weapon-focused battle axes and weapon training axes on this character. This gives me a +2, and then I get an extra +1 for my background as a lumberjack. The greatsword does more damage, but damage doesn't matter if you can't land your attacks. Plus, it's Don Bunyan. He has to use an axe. That's what I get for not looking at my character sheet after not playing for so long.
I am satisfied by this result.
Frost and Bones. Who rules over this sinister corner of the abyss?
I'm gone.
It went swimmingly.
When souls hurtle down into the abyss, they undergo bizarre transformations. This bridge of bone could be the spine of an ancient beast, or the souls of hundreds of sinners fused together. And there's an entrance to the ancient fane.
I managed.
The sharp, jagged mass of ice calls to mind the name of a far-flung corner of the abyss, the Razor Maze Glaciers.
Follow my steps.
Alright, read that last time.
I shall not fail. Everyone counts on me.
I'll also turn off power attack for right now. A much needed heal, and a potion of reduced person, and a handful of gold. An ice-coated page. It is still difficult to believe the Frozen Lord was defeated, but there can be no doubt. I and other disciples of Sithud have lost all protection. I know it's pronounced Sithod, but I'm partial to Sithud myself. Never before has the cold felt so sharp or so merciless. Our enemies, the servants of Hachtichi, endure the cold much better. No wonder, then, that so many abandoned our fallen master and sided with his killer. We were on the run from our former comrades. One of the neophytes froze to death. I carved runes into his body until my fingers grew numb. It was barely enough to hide from the sorcerer's blizzard. Maybe we should take the body with us. Supplies are running low.
Let us be careful.
An uncanny place, just like our goal. It makes me feel cold inside just looking at it. A sure sign we're on the right path.
Tread lightly. I'm gone.
They think us easy prey.
Frost Whites, who are obviously immune to cold damage.
Attack!
Ideally, they all go after Valmont.
I'll stop you. Die!
Let's hear you cry.
Aim carefully.
Alright, that went pretty well.
damn it.
Deep lines have been scratched into the icy surface in a pattern you don't recognize. You're right. I don't recognize it.
Follow my steps.
I'll pop that to boost his mobility. Because usually with mobility checks, if you fail them, you take some damage. Particularly if it's a jump check.
It's done.
Nice. Some more much needed healing. A potion of resist cold. I'm sure will come in very handy here. Another ice-coated page. I said it was better to be a cannibal than dead. The fools fought over the last crumbs like a pack of mindless rats. Such companions are nothing but a burden. I finished off the survivors so I could decorate Sithud's lair with their bones. I'm the only one who remains sane, so I took the rest of the equipment and supplies. I cannot take everything with me. I should hide some of it to keep it safe from the servants of Hachichi. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. But it rolls off the tongue,
Let's head
so...
out.
Ooh, a Tower Shield +1. Valmont, enjoy your extra +1 to armor class. Oh, and she has bark skin.
Pay attention.
Aw, man. Wow, +2 Flaming Falcata.
Just be careful.
That would be fantastic here, but it's an exotic weapon and no one has proficiency with it.
I managed.
Alright, so we got a couple heals. Let's go ahead and pop those. Just to play it safe. Actually, I should probably be using this on the narrative companions, because if Valmont dies, it's not game over. And at least in the first half of this story, if Rekarth or Sendri died, it was also game over. And your main character, of course. I think I'm going to heal him instead. And he can pop that. Now he's getting the bonus from his robe as well. Oh, he's pretty tanky now. And Rekarth, you can have your armor back, if I can find it. Normally I wouldn't be so frivolous with my resources in this DLC, but we're in dire straits. We're down 2 companions, one of which is the cleric. So we're really hurting. We have a bridge we can cross, or go this way. We'll go this way first. Oh, it's an ambush. That's a lot less funny.
This fight won't be my last.
Barbarian, Spellcaster, Ranger, Barbarian, and Lord. Oh boy.
You're going down!
Forwards!
Uh-oh. He gets to go first. That's a problem. We need to intercept him.
Solid plan. Attack!
I'll slow him down a bit. In fact,
I'll got you!
I'm not sure where this guy's going.
The mission has ended in failure.
Yes!
Run them through!
Well, that's not good.
Out of my way! Die!
Right, good job, Valmont.
Learn from my mistake.
That's not good. Oh, I mean the magic missile, of course. What was I thinking?
Away, you brigand! No holding back! I just need to catch my breath.
Let's hear you cry!
Alright, she's in a bit of a pickle. She's extremely tanky, though. So she might be okay.
Run them through!
And Grease is also mostly working in our favor. When he stands back up, he should be killed, right? Yeah. We're also affected by Grease, so I need to scoot back a little bit.
Out of my way! Die!
That's unfortunate. That's slow going, but we're currently winning.
Let's hear you cry!
Nice. And a lot less nice.
Halt! Who goes there? Reveal yourself.
Stalmar. A wounded angel limps toward you. Patches of ice, like lesions on a leper, eat away at his body. His frostbitten wings suggest he will probably never fly again. Still, his gear is in impeccable shape, his armor is polished to a mirror sheen. He watches you intently with the gaze of a veteran soldier, exhausted but unwavering.
We're crusaders from Canobris. Well, that is to say, we weren't formally recruited, but they did make the offer. And if it weren't for that rascal with the horrible mask...
Sendri waves amiably at the stranger.
Hush, you chatterbox.
Rekarth scowls unconvincingly at Sendri, more from habit than hostility.
Crusaders. Praise be to the Dawnflower. Long have I waited, and at last, reinforcements have arrived.
The angel enunciates the word carefully, as if handling a fragile jewel. Who are you?
Stalmar, captain of the Blazing Squadron, in service to the most radiant Sarenrae.
Stifling a grimace of pain, the angel raises his mutilated hand in salute.
Oh, wonderful, a cavalryman. But where's your horse?
The Abyss claimed my steed, yet nothing may relieve me of my duty nor my rank.
You don't look too good. What happened to you?
The treachery of the Abyss, and my own recklessness.
Well, maybe we
Whoops.
can heal you. I've a frostbite balm here somewhere. I swear by my first aid kit, it works miracles.
Angel looks with disgust at the diseased icy lesions covering his fingers.
No balm could help me, but I thank you for your kindness.
What do you know about the masked enchanter?
An enemy, a servant of the demon lord Sithard. In destroying him, you have performed a truly noble deed.
There's that name again, Sithud. Never heard of him. Have Discari and Baphomet made themselves a new friend?
Rekarth muses, scratching his stubble.
No, indeed. Sithard has been performing all manner of wickedness and villainy since long before the invasion began. According to my intelligence, the leaders of the invasion have no knowledge of him. Before we proceed, let us retreat to my sanctuary. I shall tell you my story in full, for it is now your story as well. It is a long tale, too long for such a dangerous setting as this.
Hey, you're an angel and all. Could you resurrect my companions?
Smart, but don't even think about weaseling out of telling us. Once we're somewhere safe, you spill.
Of course.
It is safe here, or as safe as anywhere can be in this wretched place. Stalmar leans against the wall, letting his frozen shoulders relax. I'm ready to report on my long watch and what I have learned of our enemy. I believe I have a battle plan. You're really something, huh? Looking like death, and already planning for the next battle. Personally, after getting stuck in the abyss thanks to some dimwit in a hat, the only thing I'm trying to plan is how we're going to make it through another day without any food or warm clothes. I don't think we're in danger of starving or freezing to death. Sithud and his minions, however, they do pose a danger. How do we stave off the cold and hunger? The portal you used to get here is closed, but the connection between the worlds remains. You can use this shard to restore and stabilize the portal. I understand there's some sort of tavern there. Very fortunate. Now then, Sendri, his eyes burning with blue flame, begins to make a series of gestures with his hands. That masked madman could do it, and so can I. Let's see now. There, it's working. That solves the food and lodging issue. Unfortunately, those are mere trifles. So, shall we head there straight away? I swear on, the beauty of an exquisitely carved goblet. What you need is a cozy chair by a fireplace and some mulled wine. Thank you, but I cannot leave this place. Raise a glass for me when you're back on Golarion. What do you know about the ice shards? I know much about them, yet at the same time, too little. The angel looks down at his damaged hands. They're Sithud's soul shards, pieces of his essence. His power and his corruption are stored within them. I do not know how this fiend's soul became fractured, but I do know what happens to the mortals who are burdened by its fragments. They gain power, but also slowly transform into abominations who serve only Sithud. Sentry reaches nervously for his glowing eye. Oh my. What can you tell us about Sithud? I do not know much, but I shall tell you all I know. When fighting such secretive enemies, every morsel of information is of great value. Who is Sithud? A demon lord, ancient and long forgotten, the master of ice and bones. He was very powerful once, but he was defeated in the endless demonic struggle for supremacy. His domain was usurped by other lords, while he himself, wounded and humiliated, hid in the furthest corner of the Abyss. For millennia, he has been licking his wounds, dreaming of revenge. The ice crystals, like the one that you took from that masked lunatic, are his soul shards. I do not know how his soul was split, nor how its shards came to be in the mortal realm, but I have no doubt that he wishes to reclaim what was lost. We must not allow that to happen. Who are his servants? His mortal followers, frost giants, were the ones to build this fane in his name. The angel points at the cyclopean stones around you. They are long dead now. I doubt he has any cultists left on Golarion, apart from the masked lunatic you killed. He has few demonic servants left, only those deformed abominations who wander around. Abracandilu are the lowest of demons, incarnations of ugliness and destruction. The fact that they are who has remained with Sithud when the others have perished speaks volumes about his nature. Sithud's most dangerous servant is his herald, a giant ice-covered Nafeshni demon. I catch glimpses of him from time to time, watching me from afar. I believe he is too cowardly to confront me openly, and awaits an advantageous moment to strike. Nafeshni, those huge boars. Huh. Shouldn't be too hard to beat a piece of frozen pork. Could Sithud be in league with Baphomet and Discari? No. Had they known of Sithud, they would have long ago have seized the remnants of his domain to use as a foothold from which to attack Golarion. Even the masked lunatic was careful to evade the servants of Baphomet and Discari. Sithud is playing his own game, and secrecy is his only ally. Tell me about yourself. Ask your questions. I have nothing to hide. Who are you? You mortals call us angels. My name is Stalmar. I'm the captain of the Blazing Squadron in service to Most Radiant Sarenrae. How did you get here? Through my own foolishness. I stumbled upon this place while patrolling the borders of the mortal realm. I should have reported it and called for reinforcements. Instead, I saw only weak demons and thought I could handle it alone. Foolish, reprehensible arrogance. After driving the demons away, I discovered this fane, within which lay the frozen skeleton of a giant clad in shamanic garments. It rose to its feet and began casting unholy spells at me, but my spear was faster and I slew it with ease. Then an ice shard, just like yours, emerged from its remains. I planned to claim it as a trophy, but instead, it embedded itself into my palm. What do they teach you angels up there in heaven anyway? Around here, even the daftest rookie knows you don't grab unidentified magical items with your bare hands. I passed out from the pain. When I came to, my steed was gone, and well, you could see what had happened to me. The shard had crippled me. It had taken my strength and had made me a prisoner of this accursed fane. I couldn't leave, couldn't send word to my comrades. All that was left was to watch and wait for reinforcements. You look terrible. What happened? Sithud's soul shard has taken root within me. For mortals it grants power, but not to angels. Its taint is like poison, eating away at me from within. Times beyond counting, I have contemplated ending my suffering, but duty is paramount. I have no right to dwell on my own misery, while Sithud's soul shards continue to corrupt the mortal realm. Thank you for your answers. I have no secrets from you. Where are we now? This used to be Golarion, an unholy fane of the giants where they worship Sithud. Somehow, it was dragged into the Abyss, where Sithud annexed it. This glacier is of great strategic importance. It is positioned between Golarion and Sithud's lair in the Abyss. From here, one can watch the bearers of the soul shards in the mortal realm. Moreover, the shards are drawn to each other and to this place. No matter where a shard is, a portal can be opened to it from here. So that's how that masked blackguard found us. I know it's pronounced blackguard, but blackguard sounds cooler. And that means we can reach the other shard bearers too. Rekarth rubs his stubble pensively. But should we? Tell us about your plan to stop Sithud. The shrine belongs both to Golarion and to the Abyss. Sithud's soul shards pull them together, and the more of them there are, the stronger the pull. Mortals cannot feel it. but I can sense how unnatural this place is, how thin the fabric of reality grows. If we gather enough shards, it will tear. I am sure of it. Great. Just what we need. Another world wound on Golarion. People will be lining up to thank us, for sure. The Fane was located somewhere in the mountains of Old Sarkoris, so the rift will indeed lead to the territory of the world wound. A dreadful place, ravaged by demonic hordes. But above it stretches the living sky of Golarion. I'll need only a moment to send word to Sarenrae. I thought gods couldn't intervene in mortal wars. How will Sarenrae prevent the whole situation from descending into a world-ending free-for-all with demons, angels, devils, and all the rest? The goddess is wise and powerful. Once she hears my plea, she'll know how to intervene without provoking a new conflict. So let me get this straight. Our plan is to pray and hope for a miracle. Terrific. Tell us about your plan again. Alright, same as before. Well, this is new. I need only a glimpse of Golarion's sky to send word to Sarenrae and my comrades. Maybe there's an easier way to contact the goddess. What kind of miracle? You mean going to a temple? The goddess receives countless prayers with each passing moment. Your voice would be lost amongst them. I feel like if we dropped your name in the prayer, it would get her attention. A powerful enough priest could help. How could we explain where to find this accursed glacier? We need a beacon to light the way, and that beacon will be me. There are portals between this glacier and Golarion. Can't you use one of them? No, I have tried in vain. These portals are meant for mortals, not for me. How do we find Sithud's other soul shards? Just like the masked cultist did, this Fane has portals that lead to other bearers. There are 4 of them, and with my shard and the 2 you have, that makes 7 in total. And how will we persuade them to come with us? Like we did with the masked one, Rekarth slides a finger across his throat. Our little angel here doesn't just want us to get the shards, right? We have to bring the wretched things back in our own bodies. Yes. The angel bows his head. I must ask this sacrifice of you. I am certain the goddess will find a way to free you of the shards. Fat chance. More like, cleanse the shards with holy fire, and us along with them. Are you sure your plan will work? I trust in the goddess. There is no other plan. Understood. Thank you for agreeing to help me. Like we have a choice. Darn it. Lowering his voice to a whisper, Rekarth leans over to you. The angel's not telling us everything. Trust in the goddess. Ha. I'm telling you. Once we've gathered up all the shards, he'll tell us we all have to be sacrificed to Sarenrae. Or worse. You see deceit everywhere you look. Don't be such a cynic. A moment ago we thought we were all going to die from cold or hunger. And now look. We have a way back to Golarion, a new ally, and even a plan. We'll get through this. Why do you trust us? Good question. We're in the Abyss, if you hadn't noticed. Lies and deception abound. What if we're just pretending to be Crusaders? Did you think of that before giving away your whole plan? All the shards are connected to one another, and to this cursed place. The masked lunatic used this to pursue you, and I, in turn, have been keeping an eye on him. I saw your heroic deeds in Kenabris. That is more than enough for me to trust you. Let's discuss your plan to stop Sithud. Alright, that's all old news. We have to go. May Sarenrae light your way. The wall starts to vibrate slightly as you approach. It seems to be reacting to the presence of Sithud's soul fragment you carry within your heart. You there, behind the ice wall. Come out. Ugh, what a stench. The ice had melted and left behind a pile of refuse, reeking of decay. I swear by a dozen silk handkerchiefs, there's something rotten here. Not something, but someone. Unflinchingly, Rekarth picks up a rotting rag with his dagger. The stench of rotten meat wafts from underneath. It seems we're not the first mortals to wind up in this hole.
A very reasonable supposition. Dying is a favorite pastime of mortals. One I've heard demons, celestials, and even gods have lately taken up. But if you see a pile of corpses in front of you, then with a high degree of probability, they were mortals. The clue, as you mortals say, is in the name.
One of the bodies lying on the ground opens its eyes and rises to its feet. The stranger's voice is calm and melodious. She does not look undead. And who in the nine hells are you? Rekarth drops instantly into a fighting stance, pointing his weapon at the stranger. The latter gazes at it calmly, seemingly completely unperturbed. Come on, he says. No games. Observe the stranger. The woman standing in front of you more closely resembles a doll than a person. Elaborate tattoos cover her pale, unnaturally smooth skin. She watches you with a curiosity that mirrors your own, and catching your eye, she smiles. You're not a mortal then?
I am a special case. I am a research android in service to the Technic League. One moment. I must double-check my data. Correction. I am an unemployed research android looking for a new team. Call me Penta.
She pokes at the pile of carrion at her feet with the point of her shoe. Penta, as in pentagram.
No, as in pentatonic. My core specialty is music. The Technic League found this field of study unproductive and decided to retrain me for field research in extreme conditions, unquestioning obedience and politeness. I have mastered one of these.
Penta rolls her eyes disdainfully. How long were you stuck in the ice?
It's hard to say. It seems that my internal systems reacted to the sudden change in temperature and plunged me into a kind of suspended animation. What year is it? About 80 years, according to this. I'm glad that I did not remain conscious that whole time.
From her pocket, Penta takes a small medallion with glowing symbols and studies it attentively. Oh dear. 80 years trapped in the ice, fully conscious. It's a recipe for insanity.
A likely hypothesis. Let's not verify it.
Sounds like you weren't very fond of your previous masters.
A maxim both tried and true. Dislike for the Technic League tends to be directly proportional to knowledge of its activities. I know the Technic League very well.
You said you're looking for a new team. We're looking for 2 new companions, so...
My current objective is to explore this region of the Abyss. On my own, the likelihood of success is 0.001%. With a group, the probability could be 10 times as high.
So you want to serve us instead of the Technic League?
Absolutely not. I do not wish to serve anyone. I am offering mutually beneficial cooperation. Friendship is an option. Warning, romantic relations are absolutely not.
As if we didn't have enough to deal with already. Snorting, Rekarth squints at Sendri, who seems disappointed by Penna's last clarification. Rekarth, Sendri, what do you think? Do we recruit her for our squad? Of course. What else is there to say? We could certainly use a professional Abyss scholar, since that's exactly where we're headed. I swear it on my fox fur coat. She seems capable, and besides, Rekarth smiles wryly. She spent decades trapped in the ice. Not only did she survive, she's itching to continue her research. That combination of resilience and insanity is what our squad's all about. Rekarth and I have found our once-in-a-century point of agreement, and the matter is definitely settled. Welcome to the team, Penna.
So, it's decided. We will continue this expedition together. And now I suggest we suspend our discussion temporarily. I am in need of a degree of cosmetic maintenance. Let us resume communicating when I look and smell somewhat better than my previous team. Simply put, let a girl change her clothes.
Penta scrutinizes her decaying clothes. Alright, well, we'll keep our dead party member out of our party and bring Penta on board. Alright. Something like that for right now.
Tread lightly.
A dagger +1, chain shirt +1, some healing and other treasures. Ooh, cloak of resistance +2, soaring fist, healing and gold. Look down here. Soaring fist. These gloves grant its wearer a +2 enhancement bonus to Constitution ability score and a +4 competence bonus on all mobility skill checks. Well, I feel like the Constitution is wasted on Rekarth, but the increased mobility skill checks are not. I'm going to give him that. Alright, I'm going to call it here, and next time we will look at our newest companion and get an idea of what she does. And then continue exploring around our little sanctuary. Also, we have a ton of loot back here. So we'll finish exploring this whole area, hopefully. But for now, thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys in the next one.